Hi, so we are Saturday the 3rd of February. It's lovely and mild. I've only got like one layer of clothing on today. I normally come down with about three. But the sun was out. It's disappeared somewhere. But we've got a few jobs that we're going to get on today. Eric's just fiddling about with his chainsaw. I bet you have a finger off. You okay?
Yeah.
Right, will you put it down before you do some damage? I'm going to go and sit the kettle on. We've bought loads of stuff from home down as well, so stuff that needs going in the cray. So I'm going to do that as well. Are you chopping some trees today?
Yeah. That's good.
Right. Do you need supervising?
Probably.
Are you winning?
Yeah.
Yeah? No blood splattered?
No, not for time being. That's off for
Good. So I'm going to set some sweet peas away today. I've got some marigold French Durango mixed and wildflower corn chamomile. Now, it says that you've got to do these inside, but they're not due until March. The marigold, however, you do them indoors from February. So I'm going to set them away. I'm going to hang off doing these because I know from last year when I was impatient and I set stuff away, I did it too early and then it kind of like wilted off because it was still too early to do anything with it. So I'm not going to do those yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient. But the rest of the sweet peas and everything, because they're going to go along the wall outside, I'm going to get them set up and away. I've got this little tray with the lid on. Hold on. And put the lid on. I'm going to find the netting as well that I told you about last time. To put up on the wall for when the sweet peas are ready to get up there. And the bulbs as well of my tulips. Oh, they look absolutely amazing. Right, I've got Eric's cuppa, so I'm just going to get out and take it up. Also, guess what happened this morning? So we went up to the little allotment shop that I showed you last time.
Right.
Yes. And I'm stood outside and, well, I'd come out of the shop and I went outside. And there was a lad that we'd seen come in, bought something, and then went out. We'd gone out, we said bye to everybody because they recognised us from our last video. And this lad said to us, so are you on YouTube for our allotment plot? And I went, yeah. And he says, yeah, he says, I've seen some of your videos and I saw you on Danny's live on Thursday. Well, that was me. I just feel like a celebrity now, getting recognised in the street. That's great. So yeah, Eric feels even more honoured now, don't you?
Yeah, lucky man.
I just thought that was really nice to be recognised, considering we haven't been going long. And we haven't got a clue, we're just winging this. But yeah, that was really nice. So thank you. I didn't get your name, I'm really sorry. But thank you for taking the time to say hello. So in this gap, this is where we're going to put the long beds. We did have raised beds. We had 4 here. Eric's just grabbing one now. We're actually going to take the pins out and see if we can use them as the raised beds instead. Like put them together another way, and then we can leave the gap. And then down the bottom, because we've got a lot of pots like this, we can just put them down the side. But we still need access for that back wall because I'll need to be in to water the sweet peas in the summer when there's not so much water. Sorry, when there's not so much rain. So we're just having a look now to size these raised beds up and see about fixing them into place. So I'm just going to move some of this stuff out of the way so we've got room, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we're going to need something to try and get that out of there. There. So I think it's worked in our favour that we've got these raised beds. We've got another 2 that'll make another one of those, and then we're going to be left with another 2 of these sides, I think, which will make another bed. And we've got 2 beds at home, so even though these are spare, we can make a bed out of those. So we're just going to have a look and see how wide this is, because originally we thought we could probably only get 3. We might even be able to get 4 of them down here now. 3 with decent space, yeah, because it was just a nightmare last year trying to fiddle about and get in the gaps. It was ridiculous. I don't want to slip on this. Was that gap a bit too big though? Yeah, that's too big. Right, come back. As long as I can get in to kind of like bend down and yeah, so that, I think that gap's okay. And then another gap, and then yeah, and then another one there. Yeah, 3. And then right, yeah, that's a plan. Marvellous. So Eric's just going to put these white poles in, white bit of dowel, just to mark off where the bed's going to be. And then I'm going to make another bed up and put it here, ready, yeah? Just before we start that, I mentioned about this to go on that wall for the sweet peas. Now, it says it's ideal for pond and plant protection, and it tells you how to secure it for ponds, low level cage, and what it's useful for. But the mesh size is also fine enough to protect vegetables from damage by butterflies. The only thing I'm worried about is that it's not bird friendly, because I hate the fact of thinking that if wildlife gets caught in anything, because we only do come down once a week. Well, in the summer we're down like every day. Eric comes down before we start work. But I don't know, I might just put it up on the wall and see what it looks like, because there is a couple of nails already in, just to see how it fares out. And if I'm not happy with it, I'm taking it down, because I just petrified that little birds will get caught in it or something. So we'll have a look at it and see what it's like. It might be all right on the actual wall if it's I don't know, if we tighten it up and put it on. We can only have a go, can't we? And if not, this was already here when we got this plot. And if it's no good, I'll just bin it. Yeah. Right, we're having a rethink. So there's a lot of space here to play with, isn't there? Definitely. But when we didn't think about it last year, we just want the beds down, just get stuff in. But because we've got that space now, we're not in any rush to sort of get stuff in, because we're going to be sensible this year. It's planning this area where we're going to get as much space possible that we can use for bed wise, but so it's safe enough for us to get in between. So if we shift these out the road, and then get this one. Right, okay. So we thought we could maybe put one here, right? Yeah, so that'll be right. Okay, so it's gonna come to there, isn't it? So we're still gonna have space for 3 beds. Oh, yeah, careful. What you reckon then? Like another that bed here, so like that one there.
To give us as much room as possible.
Right, and then so there's a gap there.
I was going to say get that wall up against what you still need.
We're not going to have a gap. No, we're not, because that's where we had the beds before. Yeah. We'll do them that way. Right, okay.
I thought if we did it double that way, I might have a bit extra room.
Yeah, we're still only going to get 3 beds in. And
Which is enough, to be fair.
and it's 4, because I keep forgetting about that one, because that one's already up and done and sorted. So yeah, so just scrap all that thinking off then. We just have the 3 beds like we said in the first place. Yeah. So we've come across a dilemma. We made this for the bed, but as you can see, that one's got a name on it. These ones haven't. So we've got one of these, that one, and we started dismantling it to fit it on the end of here. But this has got like 4 prongs on, and these ones, where's that bit? These have only got 3 on, so they won't fit, and these are slightly longer than those, so they won't fit in the gaps. So I'm now going to have a trip up to the other plot, because we've got one in the polytunnel up there. That's the key, sorry, please. Oh, because we've got one in the polytunnel, so I'm hoping it's got the 4 prongs on, and if it has, I'll fetch it down here just so we can do that. And Eric's saying if not, we've got plenty wood. And we've got all these pallets that we got yesterday off someone.
Check them guns out.
So yep, this bed is, let's see if I can get it out. Yeah, this bed's great. So I'm going to take that one down. I have to move all the stuff. I'll get that one taken down, and then at least we've got that bed sorted today. Brilliant. So I brought that bed down, and Eric's just taking the pins out of that now. So at least we've got that other bed done. And we'll have a look at the bits that were left over from the other bed and see about getting one done for like this gap. Hold on. Where's it? I'm keeping it straight in that there. There. So I went up to the other plot and I got the other bed, which is that one kind of there, but it didn't fit. I didn't realise it was a 3 pin and not a 4 pin what we needed. So we made that middle bed from the other one that we had. We put it back together and it's worked. And then the one that we thought we were going to make is now that one on top of there. So my plannings are, and what I suggested to Eric, is this one, kind of like, that's a deeper bed there, and then we can put like I don't know, lettuces and radishes in here. But I thought that's a good idea to have that there. Yes, there's a gap, but by the time we put all the soil in, we can just pack that other side up and it'll be fine. It's not going to go anywhere. Right, that's it, I think. So we've got that square bed there, and then these 3 long beds here. Eric does want to raise that end one up a little bit more on the sides. But then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on that raised side, we're gonna put one of those, what do you call them? It's like a, I don't know. Just gonna put a lid on it. Yeah, I'm gonna put a lid on it. I'll put a lid on you. And then this one, I think we're just gonna do a square cage on it, and brassicas and everything can go in there. Yes, we do like our hoop netting like that, and that's great. We can get loads in there and it's nice and neat. Yeah. So I don't know, we might do hoops on this side, but we've got all that wood at the top about the same length as those beds, and I says, well, we can try and make a cage on here, but have one side rolled up so we can get into it, or maybe both sides so we can get into them. Which is, again, it's just trial and error, and it's just getting inspiration from others and giving it a go and seeing what works for us. But then that bed can just stay open and I can put salads and stuff and then probably just net over the top again, because we want everything netting this year, don't we? Yeah. Oh, I need to show you what I found up there as well. Yeah. So I'm just checking the leeks that we've got in there, and then I've picked off some of the leaves because look what I've found. Infestation of green fly, but then I don't know if that's the start of that allium leaf. It's early for them, isn't it? It's been cold, but that's what our other ones were like that were outside, and that we ended up getting rid of because I thought that was rust, but I didn't really understand. But yeah, there's absolutely loads of green fly on them. So I might have to come back up and spray some stuff around it. Keep zooming out there. Oh, what a shame. So our trip up to the allotment shop this morning, I bought 2 of these lovely little planters. They're only £2. They're plastic, but I just think it would be nice to put some flowers in because I'm going to be into flowers this year, I think. I got some yellow sulphur and 2 of these red mite and insect killer smoke bomb minis. They were £3 each, and that was £2.50. Now the lady in the shop said that sulphur was good to just sprinkle in your soil to keep the bugs away and stuff. But I'm going to have a Google of it, and maybe ask a few experts what they recommend, because we did get bombarded last year in the greenhouse with bugs, and obviously those bugs that are on the leeks in the polytunnel. She said you can just put this powder on top of the soil as well. So I need to have a research of it and see what is best, because these have got little igniters in. I don't know if you take that red cap out. I don't quite understand the instructions, so I'm going to have a look on YouTube and see if there's a directory of how you use it properly, and we'll see how they go in the greenhouse. I'm happy enough to go and buy some more, and then we'll just give it a go in the greenhouse, put 2 on either side and just let them crack on. But yeah, I think I'll have to do a bit more research on them to see how to use them. Also, I've got these little pots as well. Now, I used these last year at home, and I put, what did I put in? They got soaking wet though. I don't know if it was maybe because I was overwatering them, but obviously these just compost down. So whatever you put in them, you can then just put them in their final resting place and just let them crack on. So I thought I might do some of the sweet peas in these, put them in a little tray and take these home and keep them on the windowsill. And then when they're ready, I can just put this whole thing in there. Now, I was on Danny's live on from the Grove channel on Thursday. Brilliant fun, absolutely loved it. So thank you very much for inviting us to that. And he mentioned about like you just sprinkle the seeds in and you can just prick them out. I don't like pricking out. It's a chore that I just have nightmares about. I pricked out carrots last year in here. I did a video on that and I was just here forever. I was like, why am I doing this? So that's why, because he noted on something when I put in these trays last week, the onions, sorry. He says, why have you only got 6 in a tray? And I was like, because I don't like pricking out. And he was like, no, you just put like loads of seeds in and you just prick them out. I was like, no, it's not happening. I haven't got time for that. So I might just put a few of the seeds of the the sweet peas that we've got in these, put them on a tray and take them home and put them on the windowsill. And then I can put them in these pots because I've also got this little long planter and Eric's just outside. How many of these have we got dotting about anywhere? Empty? Right. There's your answer then. Another 2 or 3 at home. Fab. As I say, I've never grown them before. So I'm looking forward to seeing how these fare out. I don't know how big they're going to get. Is there going to be enough in these packets to cover the wall? I don't know. We'll try it. And then if it fails, I'll just try again next year. So I'm getting the sweet peas out of the packets. And I've ripped them open from the bottom because these little seals never open how you want them to. So I thought, oh, I'll just rip it. And I've ripped the names off the bottom. So I'm going to have to keep the names in the packets if I don't put all of them in. I want to put them all in because I want loads of flowers on that wall. Because usually, who reads this? Does anybody read it? 1.5 centimetres deep, 5 seeds per 12 centimetre pot of compost. That's just too much work, isn't it? Can I not just put them all in and just see how it goes? Right, well, we're due frost again. It'll be -2 next weekend. So I don't know. I might just have to take them home and put them on our absolutely scorchio of a windowsill in the dining room. A temperature of 15 degrees is ideal. So it's not, it's more like 30 degrees in our house. So I'll probably kill them before they even grow. Oh man. Right, okay. And I can't sow them outside until April. And I'm not waiting that long. I want them done now. Everyone's got loads of sweet peas up. I've seen them. So we'll just take a bid and see what happens. If I try and... Will all 5 go in a row? No, they won't. Right, okay. So I can put... Oh, nearly lost them. I'll just space them up like that. So I'm going to put these... what are these ones? Marigold French Durango mixed. I'm going to put these in that pot. I did have them in one of these. And they seem to take ages to flower. That's Eric banging outside. No idea what he's up to. I'll have a look in a minute though. I'll show you what he's doing. Right, I'm just going to sow these thinly because these are really, really like delicate little seeds, if you can say that. They're like porcupine pines. I'm just going to sow these really thinly on the top. Cover them with a bit compost. This little basket thing with all the soil in is great because you can just put that in there. Hit your sleeves up and then just chuck it on top. And that's it, done. No mess, no waste. I do get a little bit on the top, don't get us wrong. I put my pencil away, haven't I? Yeah. And that's it. Just give everything a water, put the lid for that, get that ready, and these can go up home with us. And that'll do us for now. I'm going to do these ones. I'm going to fill these little pots up and put the dwarf mix in these bowls. Right, I'll do that first. I'll have a tidy up first because I'm a bit messy this morning. So the noise before was Eric doing some job on this door. So we've got a little latch so we can get into the cree in this one, because that was the usual door that we used. But because we're going to use what's inside there, you go in there and you go all the way around past the kettle, and then that's where I've got that little greenhouse on the other side. But you can walk through there and then obviously come out here. This door is the best way for us to get in and out. Probably put a little step kind of thing there, or I don't know what we're going to do yet. But that's what he was been banging and hammering on about earlier. But no injuries, so that's a good thing. So that's it for today. The only one job that we said we were going to do was clean the rest of the greenhouse, and I haven't done it. There's plenty of time though. I think it's because we were too busy getting excited and planning the beds. So it doesn't seem like we've actually done a lot, but I think that took up quite a long time for us this morning. But yeah, the greenhouse has been neglected. I'm really sorry. We'll get the net down next week and get this all cleaned, because it does take 5 minutes to do. But Eric is going to have to give us a hand with that, because there's going to be spiders. The spider web's all over it now anyway, and I just don't like spiders, as I've told you before. But we'll get this net off, wrap it up and just leave it in the middle. Oh, my nose is run. Get the glass cleaned. Job for next week, definitely, because I want to do it. I want to do it. But yeah, that's it for us today. So please leave us a comment, because it does help us. Even if it's just a thumbs up or a great job or smiley face or anything like that. Give us a like, a subscribe if you haven't already. And we really appreciate everyone watching. So have a good weekend, and we'll see you next time.